The wide world of gaming is weird, as you know. And every month, gameranx gathers the weird together, compresses it, shapes it, polishes it, and delivers you the weird as a shiny Dorodongo ball of weird. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on gameranx, the weird gaming stories of February 2026. Starting off at number 10, Highguard failed, and everybody's trying to figure out why. One guy, I think, a former dev on the project, got it right. Gentleman by the name of Josh Sobel took to Twitter, said some stuff, and then deleted their account. The stuff basically said the trailer made them into a joke. He went on to talk about how Twitter basically was horrifyingly bad about it. Also, of note, no one calls it X, including this man who just went on a very long rant about how the trailer for Highguard turned everybody who put out a bunch of hard work into a game into a joke from minute one. I mean, I don't see Highguard as like a special game in any way. I don't see it as especially bad. I certainly don't see it as especially good. I kind of just don't care. I certainly didn't join in the bashing because, when I don't care about something, I just don't talk about it. But I don't think he's wrong. I think that the trailer definitely is the thing that did them the least favors. Putting it where it was at the Game Awards just didn't work out. He's not the only one pointing fingers, though. That pivoted to a bunch of articles that were written about what really happened with Highguard. I'll tell you what really happened. It's another hero shooter. That's what happened with it. There's no political aspect of why the game is good or bad. It's just another hero. Like, who wants another hero shooter? If they had quietly launched and slowly maybe built up a base of people who enjoyed their particular brand of hero shooter, maybe, and that's why I kind of think Josh Sobel was correct saying the trailer made them a joke from minute one. But everybody else writing, like there's a Forbes article, it's like, why did Highguard fail? And it's not exactly saying that. It's like, who screwed this up? Was it poor marketing? Leadership decisions? Are people tired of live service? Well, first off, I don't think I need to tell you. It's near impossible to succeed with a live service. I don't understand how anybody doesn't know how this game failed. There isn't a reason to write a speculative article about why another hero shooter, particularly one with a trailer that pissed everyone off, failed. Like, how do you not know? You can't possibly not know Forbes and everyone. Speaking of everyone, you know what would be a big favor that you could do for us is enabling notifications. And on top of that, some people have told us they don't get all of our videos even though they subscribe. That's a good way to get at least more of them. Again, it's doing us a huge solid. We hope it helps you see some stuff you want to see. Thanks a lot for enabling notifications. I don't want to hold you up much longer. Let's get back to the video. And number 9, Marvel Rivals. Players in the game were apparently having trouble with griefers. It's such a problem that there were people who set up a website to put bounties on bad teammates. Now, the first thought you might have is, oh, the community is doing something about griefing. Nice. But not long after, maybe 5 to 7 seconds, you go, oh wait, that's not what people are going to use a bounty system for, is it? In a game full of griefers, you set up a system to put bounties on other players. You gotta understand griefers are going to use that, right? It's really a bad idea when you think about exactly who is using the game and exactly who will have access to the bounty system, which is everybody using the game, which is apparently in large percentage griefers. It's kind of weird nobody thought of that ahead of time. Like, it's the number one rule. They're like, you're not allowed to post a bounty if you're a griefer. You gotta love how naive some people are sometimes, honestly. And I'm not even saying that to, like, make fun of naive people. I'm saying, like, I adore that there are people in the world that think, like, there's an easy way to solve a problem like this. And the company themselves are just not doing it. Speaking of cheating, at number 8, Bungie said that they are going to implement a zero tolerance, no second chances policy with Marathon if you cheat in it. You know, the game where everybody is lining up for their first chance at. I don't know how Bungie managed to create this situation where my first reaction to somebody saying, if you're caught cheating in Marathon, it's like, oh, what about if you're caught playing Marathon? just like regular. Is that in of itself a punishment? I don't know. It's hard to have a lot of confidence in this kind of bluster, even though they say that, oh, we're investing in new infrastructure to reduce exploits. It's like, you didn't do that with the Destiny 2? Because there are a lot of cheaters in Destiny 2, man. It's not a rare occurrence. How do we know that this is actually going to be better than that? All right, it's not, because it's Marathon. I'm not even talking about the cheating part. Like, there's no chance this game is going to have a user base as large as Destiny 2. Literally zero. So the user experience, and this isn't saying the Destiny 2 user experience is great by any stretch, but man, is it hard to really take anything that they say about Marathon seriously. At number 7, appropriately so, Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest are apparently not forming the kind of long-running emotional attachment to gamers that they used to. And I think that although the reason itself is weird, you will not find it that weird because, yes, exactly. So the thing that people are theorizing is that because these games take so long to make, people growing up are not having enough experiences playing these games to form like an episodic attachment to them, one that can, be brought back up because they're not expecting another one for a long time. Like, it's 5 to 7 years between a mainline Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest game, and that means one one of them comes out for most people between the ages of 1 and 10. Some of those people get 2 of them just because they were born at the right time. And one of them, they were likely too young to play. And I'm not saying a 9-year-old kid is getting the maximum amount of enjoyment out of Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. These are long-running narratives that, even though sometimes aren't necessarily the most mature stories you've ever played through, they are 50 to 100-hour games, some of them. Whereas when I was growing up, between when I was born and Final Fantasy VII, there were obviously 7 Final Fantasy games, and I was about 12 years. Maybe 13. I don't really know the math exactly. That's every other year, if not more. Of course I was attached to those damn games. I mean, I didn't play all of the Final Fantasies in existence until after Final Fantasy VII. To be fair, I was a very early Z-SNES user. There were some very janky translations that popped up shortly after that, but there were plenty of Dragon Quests, there was Chrono Trigger, there was Secret of Mana, there's plenty of frickin' Squaresoft stuff to get attached to happening all the time between when I was born and Final Fantasy VII. They don't have that anymore because they don't have a release thing all the time reminding these people to play a new Final Fantasy game. And it sucks because there's tons of them just right there for you to play, but it's not like they reinvest time and marketing into old games. Why? I don't know. It's not like bands don't do that with albums. They absolutely do that with albums. Why the hell don't they do? It doesn't even need a remaster if it plays on something. Just spend some money marketing it. There's so many good Final Fantasy games, and it sucks so much that there's a bunch of people growing up not even realizing there's these epic stories that exist. I find it weird and very annoying too. At number 6, this one is significantly less frustrating, although it may not immediately sound like it. So, a person accidentally wiped their fiance's save file in Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, dozens and dozens of hours just gone, entire, believe me, if it were you and your fiance did that, you would be like, what? I don't think it's worth a big fight or anything, but it would be a destabilizing moment for you, I think. This fiance, I think, is actually quite good, though. This person hired Roger Clark on Cameo to deliver a personalized apology. So instead of sheepishly being I accidentally deleted your save, I'm super sorry. Instead, Arthur Morgan solemnly addresses the fiance. Honestly, world-weary cowboys do it better than anybody else, because they don't do it that much. Cowboys don't apologize a whole lot. Honestly, this would probably make the save file worth it for me. I'd be like, oh, you're definitely a keeper. You get it. At number 5, Valve has blamed the RAM and storage crisis for the Steam Deck OLED shortages. It's been weirdly hard to get a hold of one. The original Steam Deck rode out the pandemic-era shortages pretty much fine, but the OLED refresh has not gone smoothly. Now, for those of you who've been paying attention to this, maybe you didn't think it was weird because, this is just how it's been going lately, but I don't think we should accept that as normal. Further, between this and the GameCube, if you want me to be completely clear as to what I think Valve should do, I think Valve should get into the RAM manufacturing and or distribution business. Valve has pretty much infinite money. Valve has absolutely all the incentive to do this. And if you want to talk about a situation that would put them in good graces with basically every consumer, I'm sorry, there is not a world in which a consumer doesn't need a computer of any kind nowadays. Valve should just get into the damn RAM business. Is it possible? I don't know. I'm not pretending that I understand business. I'm not pretending that I know what Valve wants to do, what Gaben in particular really wants to do, but you want to talk about a situation that would make a lot of people very happy. Valve going direct to consumer with RAM, limiting the number of RAM purchases anybody makes, etc. That type of a thing. I'm sure people would like. But that's just me spitballing, man. I don't know. I'm just tired of this situation, Sick of it. At number 4, a little bit more of a in-game thing. In bizarre server glitch in Final Fantasy XI, certain monsters in the long-running MMO just did not register as dead. Players would defeat them, but they wouldn't be defeated. And thus, the people in charge, Square, deployed God Mode Game Masters. I don't know if that's an ongoing position or something they invented purely for this, but essentially these God Mode Game Masters were able to manually assassinate all these bugged monsters, and the system would correctly flag them as deceased. I would like to pause and appreciate that in 2026, a game that launched 24 years ago, in 2002, developers are role-playing Divine Intervention, and for honestly a stupid reason. The monsters won't die. This is weird to the max in my favorite way, much more satisfyingly weird than the RAM shortage type of weird. At number 3, Mamoru Oshii, the director of Ghost in the Shell, does not know how to finish a game. He recently, casually might I add, revealed he's logged over 10,000 hours in Fallout 4. Over a year of actual living existence wandering around the Commonwealth, and he refuses to play the game correctly. That is, to do the main quest, to build settlements, or travel with companions that are not dog meat. Although one could argue that if you don't deny dog meat, you are playing the game correctly. I'm not going to make that argument. Oshii claims to just roam the wasteland and enjoy the pure sandbox nature of the game. I think that's pretty cool. He even said he'd rather be beaten to death by Deathclaws than engage with the parts of the game he doesn't care about, which is probably the most auteur answer imaginable to that question. A lot of players abandon a game after 100 hours. This guy, who is, might I add, a well-revered filmmaker, turned playing Fallout 4 into a literal lifestyle. And not like some sort of completionist thing, but literally in a minimalist manner. This man has been method acting in Fallout 4, which is, by the way, not an ongoing game. It's a game with a beginning, a middle, and an end. And he's been doing it for about a decade now. Very cool in a certain way, but crazy. At number 2 is Become, the game where you get to become. I do not know how that joke was not made in their marketing materials, but it was not. And yet, that's what it is. This game is a game in which you play as a sperm cell in which you are racing to the egg cell to claim your place in the circle of life, I guess. I don't know how this is the first game to actually do this, but it's the first game I've ever seen. And to be frank, they've won the gold medal for marketing. There's no other way to say it. You kind of don't need to have a good game when you have genuinely done something that I think is a first. I hope the game is actually good. That would really be probably the biggest winning aspect of it of all time if Become was actually fun. I am intrigued, and they're asking the question, what if there was a competitive sperm simulator? And honestly, I can't say I don't want to know, because I do. I definitely want to know, and I am not the only one. I'm not going to say like during the Flash era of games or during edutainment, there was absolutely nothing that ever made gestures at this. But in terms of commercial games, I'm pretty sure that most commercial games with quote-unquote reproductive mechanics are adults-only titles. Definitely not quirky, cheeky biology simulators. It is not often I get to genuinely say I'm looking at something that I have not seen before. But this is not just a sperm simulator, a competitive sperm simulator. It is, for all intents and purposes, a widely covered mainstream storefront, non-adults-only video game. Honestly, and I thought I'd seen it all. I have not. Will it be fun to become? We shall see. And finally, at number 1, I didn't claim I was done talking about the RAM shortage. So guess what? According to Tech Radar, 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM is now costing more than a low-scale MacBook Air. Memory prices have surged up about 300% in the last 6 months. RAM sticks are costing more than an entire laptop. PC Gamer reported on comments from Phison, a Taiwanese electronics company that specializes in controllers and not like video game controllers, but like flash memory controllers. He's saying he thinks that it may push a bunch of consumer electronics companies out of business. You know, I've thought for a while that they might be trying to get everybody to move to cloud computing, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I think it's doing too much cannibalizing of its own business at this point to just be that. I think a lot of this is actually just a single industry scaling in a manner that is absolutely not going to be sustainable for a long period of time. In the meantime, though, again, Gaben, I don't know if you're out there listening to this or if somebody who listens to things for you is listening to this, but if you would like to become a god, you need to get into the consumer memory business, and exclusively the consumer memory business. You have to say, we're only manufacturing RAM for direct consumer purposes, because to be frank, there is a market opportunity for somebody to become a freaking god. I don't know what kind of money it takes to get into that business. I don't know if you got it. But if you do, Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, Ares, and Gaben. Just saying. That's all I've got for you today. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week. Best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. So click subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications. And as always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. Become a member of the 1% Club and listen to the weekly Falcon Show exclusive to 1% Club members. Thanks a whole lot. We will see you next time right here on gameranx.